Hello, am I audible? Am I audible? Yes? Audible, right? Let me get the confirmation. Yeah? My voice is audible? Audible, right? Can you just confirm? Yeah? Fine. Okay. So, hello guys. Good morning and welcome back to our channel CodersArcade. This is Saurabh and today is Saturday, and as you know we have our live Java session. Okay. So, let us just give a brief recap about what we have already done in all the sessions. So, we were talking about our operators, correct? And then just for a brief recap, I just want to tell you what we have already done, right? So, we talked about our arithmetic, then we talked about our assignment, then we talked about the third one, which is our logical. The fourth one we talked about was our comparison, correct? Then we talked about the unary operators. Then number 6, the important one that we talked about was our bitwise operators, correct? And if you remember, we had covered plus, minus, divide, multiply and modulus. And then here in assignment we said equal sign, then plus equal to, minus equal to, and so on. Logical we had our and, or, and the not, correct? Comparison we had 6, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, equal to, and not equal to. This we had. And unary we had our plus and minus, okay? And I also said that these are called our increment and decrement operators, or they are also known as the prefix and postfix operators, right? And after that, bitwise, I have given you the dedicated intro on all this, and I have explained everything properly. And guys, if you have not gone through them, first of all, please go through the binary introductory video, then you go to the bitwise video, okay? Fine, then only you will understand them, because if you are new to coding, if you don't know about binary, it will be difficult for you to understand these concepts, okay? So I will give the link in the description, so you can just go there and watch those videos, try to understand this properly. If you have any doubts, please make sure you ask your doubts in the comment section. I'll be very happy to clarify them, okay? And after that you can follow along, and guys, it will be easy only, don't worry about that. I have explained everything in a simple manner, so that everyone who is even nobody and who is actually a beginner in coding, they can understand that, because even we started as a nobody, right? Because we were very new and we learned everything from scratch. That is very important. So what I every day say is, the basics has to be very important. If your basics is clear, then you can go on and do anything, and then only you can learn the advanced concepts, okay? So what I will do now, I will just start with the other operators, because we have some other operators that we have to cover, okay? So let me just do one thing. Sorry. Why is this? Just a second. Okay, so we have covered the 6 operators that you saw. After that, we have one more operator that is called the ternary or the conditional operator. Okay, this is the operator that we will discuss now. Okay, say this will be the number 7 operator. Fine. And guys, if anyone is from C++ background, then you will have a slightly different syntax of writing this, and in Java it will be a little bit different syntax. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. And at the same time guys, I just want to ask you something. I want to request you about something. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you are watching the videos, because we have lots of content curated dedicatedly for you guys, so that you can learn and understand all the stuffs in coding very easily. Okay, and please make sure you share our videos as much as possible, because that will make us reach more audience, and obviously we'll get more subscribers. That is the target, and really we get motivated when you do this. Thanks a lot guys, and I hope you'll be supporting us and motivating us more and more in the coming videos and coming months. Thank you for everything. Okay, so I was talking about the ternary operator or the conditional operator. Okay, and guys, there is one more name for this. Sometimes in the interviews they will call it as the shorthand if else operator. Okay, excuse me. So the syntax is very important to understand. If someone knows it, it's very easy, but sometimes for beginners it is a little bit difficult to catch it, but I will make it simple for you to understand that. Okay, the syntax is, you have a condition and then you will check with a question mark. Okay, if this condition is true, then the first value, you can say first value will be executed. If it is not true, then the second value will be executed. So here it is a colon. Okay, for the beginning it is a question mark, and after that it is a colon. Okay, so here I will write second value followed by a semicolon. This is the syntax. Okay, and you can also store this into a variable. That can be done. Okay, so don't worry about that, but I will show you that. Just remember the syntax something like this. So the ternary or the conditional or the shorthand if else operator both identify or point to the same operator, which is written like this. You have a certain condition. If that condition is true, if it is true, then you will get this value. If it is false, then you will get the second value. So it will be something like this. You have the condition, then you have a question mark, then you have the true value, and then if it is not true, then you will have the false value, something like this. Okay, and then you have the semicolon. Okay, I hope you have understood this, and it is a really easy way to represent a if else statement. You can do it in one single line. That's why it is called the shorthand if else operator. I hope you are understanding this, right? Normally when we write a if else statement, we have to write the if condition, correct? If it is true, then it will go inside this block, otherwise you will have to write the else condition, and if the else part is true, then it will go inside this block. So it will at least take 1, 2, 3 and 4 lines, correct? But here it is simplified and actually written in a single line. That is the benefit of this thing. Okay, so I hope you are understanding this. Let's do one thing. Let's understand the point or this with a particular example. So now I will take a simple example for you to understand this. Okay, so I will say A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. Just for example, I am taking simple values so that we don't confuse each other and like we understand the concept in a simple way. Then we can go on with some complex ideas about the same thing. Okay, that can be done. So I will just say, in a bracket you will write the condition. Say suppose A greater than B, and then you will give a question mark, and then if this is true, say I want to print, or here in this case we can do one thing. If A is greater than B, then I can say true and colon say false. But there is a catch here. See here, guys, if you do this thing in C language, it will be a little bit different. Here, it is a little bit different. So here, what is the data type that we are referring to? It is Boolean data type, right? So we can write something like this. I will say Boolean, say answer is equal to something like this. See this? So the data type, the var name or the variable name is equal to, we have a particular condition. If this condition is true, that means A is greater than B, which is not in this case. So then the true value will be executed. I have taken Boolean only, otherwise the false value will be executed. So in this case, because 10 is not greater than 20, this part of the code is ignored and this part will be stored inside this particular answer variable. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, now let's do one thing. I will just say S out our answer variable. Let's verify if this is working or not. See guys, I told you, right? This answer is storing the false value because 10 is not greater than 20. Imagine if I had written less than, then 10 is really less than 20, then the first part of the data will be actually stored inside this answer variable. And guys, please keep this in mind, because the data type that we are taking here should be matching the data type that we have here, otherwise it will not be able to store that. Okay, so let me just run this and show you. Now it should be storing true. Make sense? Now I hope you have understood this, right? Similarly, we can do it in other ways also by just writing like this. Say I have a string, say str is equal to, I will write a condition something like this. I will say A greater than B, the same example I am taking, and then I am writing question mark. If this is true, then I will take a string variable like this, or then I will write like this, say false. This can also be done. See guys, what I have done? I am comparing 10 is greater than 20. If this is true, then I am storing this string variable, sorry for the spelling, then I am storing this string variable true into this str, the string. Okay, otherwise if this is not true, then this part, the false part, will be stored here. So now can you just tell me what will be the answer if I print my str variable? Just check. A is not greater than B. So if it is true, then this comes. Otherwise, if this is false, then this part will come, right? So this false will be stored here. Now if I run this, just see the output. It is false. Okay. So I hope you have understood this thing now. Clear? So let me just modify the thing that I had written there so that it makes sense. Now we had this condition, first value and second value, right? So what I will do now, I will just make it a bit easier for you to understand by modifying the syntax a little bit so that the concepts becomes proper to you. Okay, so I will write data type, then the var name. Okay, then I will write the equal sign, then this is your condition, then you have the question mark, then comes your true value, colon, then comes the false value. This is the proper syntax. And please remember, whatever data type you are having here, this data type that you are having here, say if this is Boolean, then same thing applies for this one as well as this one. This two should also be Boolean. Okay, so if this data type is any data type like Boolean, then the true value and the false value should be corresponding and similar, not similar, same to exactly this Boolean data type. Say suppose here I have integer, then this 2 have to be integer, because this will actually be stored inside this variable. So obviously if data type mismatch is occurring, then obviously we cannot be storing these 2 variables into this, correct, these 2 values into this. So that is the problem that we will face. So just for an example, I will say int data is equal to, I will say 2 greater than 3, and because I am just comparing, how do you write true in programming? We can just say question mark true is 1, right? I am writing like this is an integer, or I can say for false I can say 0. This can be verified in the IDE or the editor. We can do that. See, the data type of this one is actually an integer. This is integer data type, and this is the variable name. Then we have this condition, and then we have the true value and the false value. The true value is also integer and the false value is also integer. So I hope this is clear now. Okay. So let me just take the same example and show you in the IDE or the editor. Okay, we can take variables or we can directly write it like this. So I will say int data is equal to, I will say 2 less than 3 question mark which is 1 and colon which is 0. So if 2 is less than 3, then 1 should be stored in data. If 2 is not less than 3, then 0 should be stored in data, something like that. You can tweak this code and you can do it for any kind of requirement. For the timing, I am just showing you an example which will actually help you to understand the concept. Okay. So here if I say s out data, then what will be the answer? Can you tell me? It should be, this is for true, right? 2 is less than 3, so 1 should be stored here. So let me run this and show you. See guys, I am getting the answer as 1. Okay. So I hope now this ternary operator case is clear and you have understood it properly. So this was about this video, right? We have talked about the ternary operator and seen how you can be actually working with this. And if you do this in the C or C++ languages, then I think Ashank will also be taking up this topic maybe in the evening or maybe next weekend. Don't worry about that. And then if you have any doubts regarding that, you can ping him in the comment section. He will be replying to that. Okay. So just make sure that you understand the concepts and practice them regularly. Okay. That is how you learn something. So I guess everything is clear now, and guys, I just want to give you a data regarding the next thing that we will be learning. We will be learning about conditional statements next, then we will be going to looping statements, and then gradually we will be going to the advanced stuffs like functions, and in Java they are called as methods, right? I will be giving you a brief idea about what we will be learning gradually, okay, in the next session. So I hope you like this video, and if you really liked it, please give the video a thumbs up, and at the same time, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to our channel and help us reach 50k subscribers soon. Thank you for all the motivation and love that you are giving us. So this is Saurabh signing off. Till the next video, bye bye and happy learning. Thank you.